crews of landing boats are key men in any amphibious attack. Your job is to move combat troops to the beach quickly and safely. These men, just like yourselves, started their primary training in a classroom where they learned exactly what you're learning today. You are part of a carefully laid out plan designed to get each man and each piece of equipment at the right place at the right time. To do this, you've got to know landing boat tactics. All right, let's start with the transport. This is a model of an APA, a combat unit loaded transport designated by the letters APA. It can carry a reinforced battalion of combat troops and about 25 landing boats and their crews. On D-Day, or D-1 day, the APA is at a designated point within the transport area, which may be from 3 to 9 miles from the beach to be attacked. Boats operating from this APA make up the boat group. Let's see what a day operation looks like. One of the first boats to be put over is an LCPL with the boat group commander. You can always recognize him by the 0 flag. He's in command of all boats operating from this transport from the time they're lowered until the last wave hits the beach. The assistant boat group commanders carry the Mike flag. Now let's see how an assault landing gets underway. Suppose you are a member of the crew of an LCVP, which is cast off from the APA. You head for the area astern of the transport. This is the assembly area for personnel carrying boats. Since your boat is an LCVP and was put over the starboard side, you head for the starboard circle in the assembly area. This is about 250 yards off the starboard quarter. The speed of boats in circles should be just enough to maintain steerage way. The distance between boats should be approximately 1 1/2 boat lengths. Boats in the starboard circle move clockwise. A similar circle is established on the port quarter for personnel carrying boats placed in the water over the port side. This circle moves counterclockwise. LCM assembly areas can be a beam on either the port or starboard side, or both sides or astern, depending on the unloading facilities of the vessel. LCMs on the port side or astern move clockwise. Those in the starboard circle move counterclockwise. If one APA doesn't carry enough attack boats to land an entire reinforced battalion, the boat group is completed with boats from other ships. Those lowered to the water from the starboard side join the starboard quarter circle. Those boats lowered from the port side join the port quarter circle. Boats in the assembly areas continue to circle until called to the transport to take on troops. Now let's take another look at the APA. It has a net over the side of each of 10 debarkation stations, 5 on each side. Each debarkation station is numbered and has a solid color flag alongside the net. Those on the starboard side have odd numbers, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Those on the port side have even numbers, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. The colors are the same on each side. 1 and 2 are red, 3 and 4 are white, 5 and 6 are blue, 7 and 8 are yellow, 9 and 10 green. Some transports aren't equipped for 10 debarkation stations. In that case, the numeral and color designations toward the stern are eliminated. Now you're ready for the signal to come alongside. There it goes on the starboard mainyard. The Peter flag calls for an LCVP. The red flag indicates the red starboard station, number 1. So you're off to the number 1 station. Watch the next signal. Again, it's the starboard mainyard. A 3 flag over solid white. The 3 is the LCM designation, and the white means the white starboard station, which is number 3. So the LCM peels off and heads toward his station. Let's take a look at the port bow, where they are loading some troops. The assault troops who occupy one boat are known as a boat team. Look what this Joe's carrying. It's a number board. To the troops, it means that they are boat team number 12. To you, the crew, the 1 means that you are in the first wave. The 2 means that you are the second boat in that wave. At another loading station, the numeral 1 flag is being placed in the wave commander's boat. He carries the numeral flag of his wave. Before your boat leaves from alongside, be sure you have your copies of the approach schedule and landing diagram. Study them carefully. On an actual landing diagram, your individual boat position would also be encircled. Right now, you're interested in the course to the rendezvous area. Rendezvous area dead ahead. Course 350, magnetic. Shove off, coxswain. Okay, you're headed for the rendezvous area. It's between 500 and 1,500 yards from the transport. The rendezvous area is marked by 2 control boats. Both the control vessels carry the 0 flag over the solid color of the beach we are attacking. In this case, our boat group has been assigned to the red beach. So we have 0 over red. These LCCs establish the flanks of the rendezvous area. The primary control vessel marks the right flank. The secondary control vessel marks the left flank of the area. The rendezvous area is protected by support boats. 3 support boats patrol the side toward the beach. 2 patrol the left flank, and 1 patrols the right flank. Support boats on the landward side and on the left flank move clockwise. The one on the right flank moves counterclockwise. Wave 1, moving clockwise, forms a circle directly astern of the primary control vessel. All boats in this wave will guide on the wave commander's boat. His boat carries the lowest number board in the wave. Boat number 12 is directly astern of boat number 11. Number 13 joins the circle astern of 12. Boat 15 joins the circle astern of 14. Boats simply join their respective circles in the numerical order of number boards. Boats proceed at steerage way and should keep well closed up on the one ahead at a distance of not more than 1 1/2 boat lengths. Wave 2 forms to the left of Wave 1. Waves 3, 4, 5, and 6 form to the left in a similar manner to complete our boat group. Odd-numbered waves move clockwise. Even-numbered waves move counterclockwise. Wave 1 is ready to move out. The control vessel hoists the Peter flag 5 minutes prior to leaving for the line of departure. Check your approach schedule for the time the first wave leaves. The approach schedule is your timetable of events from the time you arrive in the rendezvous area until your wave hits the beach. Courses to be steered also appear in the schedule. Watch your own wave commander, the boat group commander, and the control boat for a signal to move out. There it is, Peter executed. This signal from the control vessel means forward to the line of departure. All boats peel off Wave 1 circle, following the wave commander and the boat group commander in column, astern of the control vessel. This is the move out toward the line of departure. As Wave 1 moves out from the rendezvous area for the line of departure, Wave 2 takes Wave 1's former position. Wave circles 3, 4, 5, and 6 move to the right in a similar manner. Wave 2 leaves the rendezvous area 3 minutes after Wave 1. Wave 3 leaves 5 minutes after Wave 2. Wave 4 leaves 5 minutes after Wave 3. Succeeding waves move from the rendezvous area for the line of departure at intervals of 7 minutes. Timing for landing operations depends upon the tactical situation and varies. Now let's consider the attack boats of Wave 1 for a moment. They are in column with the wave commander at the head and the 2 assistant wave commanders in the last 2 boats. The support boats have moved in from their protective patrol positions to form an echelon, 3 on each flank of the control vessel. Remember, support boats can be of different types. The column formation is the simplest to maintain, but it's vulnerable to strafing from the air, so it's a good idea to change as soon as possible. The signal to change formation is made by the wave commander. Uncle indicates an open V. Even-numbered boats sheer out to the left. Odd-numbered boats sheer out to the right. The wave commander is the guide of the open V formation. One assistant wave commander is on the right extremity, the other on the left. Even-numbered boats keep him at a relative 45-degree angle off their starboard bow. Odd-numbered boats keep him at a relative 45-degree angle off their port bow. Our landing diagram indicates a salt distance 100 yards. That means there will be 100 yards between each boat when the wave hits the beach. Distance in open V is always 1.4 times the salt distance. Therefore, the distance between boats in this open V formation is 1.4 times 100 yards, or 140 yards. The formation is approaching the line of departure. The control vessel hoists the Peter flag 5 minutes before arrival at the line of departure. Boats will retain the same formation until the next signal is hoisted. This will originate from the control vessel. The number 1 flag is hoisted, which indicates boats will assume a salt formation, which is line abreast. The wave commander signals Roger, which means take a salt formation. The control vessel, the boat group commander, and the 3 support boats on the right flank move ahead and to the right. The other 3 support boats move to the left flank of wave 1. Wave 1 is now coming into line abreast. In this formation, the wave commander is in the boat at the center or to the right of center. One assistant wave commander is on the right extremity of the wave. The other is on the left. This line abreast formation is maintained until the Peter flag is hauled down, which indicates that the control vessel is marking the right limit of the line of departure. All boats stop at the line of departure with the control vessel until the numeral 1 flag is executed. The line of departure is usually between 1,500 and 3,000 yards from the beach, which is out of the range of enemy small arms fire. The limits of the line of departure are the same as the assigned beach frontage. In the assault landing, the boats will never be less than 50 yards, nor more than 150 yards apart. In this case, the distance between boats is 100 yards, as prescribed by the landing diagram. It is extremely important to have the prescribed distance when boats hit the beach. Wave 1 is waiting at the line of departure for the final dash to the beach. You're watching the control boat, waiting for that 1 flag to execute. On board the control vessel, the control officer counts the seconds, radios the word, and this is it. The wave commander gives the signal forward, and you're off. If enemy small arms fire is expected, all flag displays would be removed now. Attack boats of wave 1 and the 6 support boats move forward in line abreast, paced by the boat group commander. You've got to control your speed carefully to stay in line, and the correct space between boats must be maintained. Then about 1,000 yards from the beach, the wave commander orders full speed. Now you're on your own. Planning, tactics, bombardment, control and signals have done all they can for you. When the support boats have delivered their barrage, they countermarch. And at the breaker line, the boat group commander leaves to return to meet wave 2. Wave 1 continues to the beach. Remember, don't bunch up. When you've landed your troops, retract and proceed to the nearest flank to get out of the way of incoming waves. Return to the transport area as quickly as possible. The entire task force is keyed to the one job of helping you get those troops ashore. Destroyers, cruisers, and battleships are your auxiliaries in this operation. You've got the ball. The success of the landing may depend upon how well you've studied, on how well you know your stuff. The supply phase of the amphibious operation, and it's just as important as the attack. It's up to you men of the landing boat crews to keep supplies moving from transports and cargo ships to the unloading points on the beach, where the beachmaster and the shore parties do their stuff. The beachmaster is in charge of the preparations for landing supplies on the beach. You can always recognize him by his blue helmet marked with the yellow letters BM. He knows just what supplies and equipment are needed and when the facilities are available to unload them. But we've got the cart before the horse, so let's dissolve everything off the beach and start with the preparation for landing supplies. This is Beach Red 1, the one on which we'll be landing our supplies a little later. All beach markers are erected by the shore party. This red marker indicates the center of the beach, sort of a bullseye for boats to aim at when leaving the transport area. For night marking, the center marker carries a single red light on the Beach Red 1. A horizontal red strip marks the left limit of the beach. At night, the left limit is marked by two lights arranged horizontally, white on the left and red on the right. A vertical red strip marks the right limit of the beach. At night, two red lights arranged horizontally indicate the right limit. There are 7 unloading point markers. Each is 6 feet square, and they are approximately 70 yards apart. This is the ammunition marker. The design resembles the nose of a projectile. It's red on a white field. At night, a white light over a red light locates the ammunition marker. We build our own roads when we have to, and these are marked by a white marker. At night, a blinking white light locates the roadway. The miscellaneous unloading point marker is for supplies that normally are not unloaded at the other 6 markers. It has red, yellow, and blue stripes alternating with white. At night, this marker carries 3 lights arranged in a vertical line: blue over yellow over red. The tracked vehicle marker indicates the point at which tracked vehicles, such as tanks and half-tracks, are to be unloaded. This one is a green diamond on a white field. At night, the tracked vehicle marker is located by a flashing green light. This is the freshwater unloading point marker. This point is marked by a white disc on a black field. At night, it shows 2 white lights, one above the other. This is the medical supplies marker and indicates the first aid station. It is the familiar red cross on a white field. All medical supplies are landed here. Casualties and prisoners are evacuated from this marker. At night, the first aid station is marked by a white light over a green one. Here is the rations unloading point marker. It is a blue crescent on a white field. At night, the rations unloading point is marked by a white light over a blue one. Here is the fuel unloading marker. Gasoline, diesel, and lubricating oil will be unloaded at this point. It looks like a yellow funnel on a black field. At night, the fuel unloading point is marked by a white light over a yellow one. This beach displays all markers used on the beach in the supply phase of our operation. Now we're ready to take up the ship-to-shore movement of supplies. In the supply phase of the landing operation, transports and cargo vessels move in as close as possible to the beach on which their supplies will be unloaded. After the attack, landing boats return to the ship to which they were attached, unless otherwise directed. Boats join the circles in the assembly areas in the same manner as they did for the assault landing. They are called alongside in the same way as they were for the attack. This signal calls an LCM alongside. When the boat is alongside, the unloading officer sends aboard the cargo tickets, indicating the nature of the cargo and how much of it there is. One copy of the ticket is kept on the transport as a record of supplies dispatched from the ship. The coxswain has 3 copies, one for the traffic control officer and 2 for the beachmaster for further delivery to the shore party command post. As soon as the type of cargo handling is determined, the cargo flag is fixed near the bow. The blue flag indicates a self-propelling vehicle. At this loading station, an LCVP is taking on a cargo of rations. Cargoes that aren't palletized or self-propelling are marked with a red flag. The red flag will tell the beachmaster that the cargo this boat carries will require manhandling by a working party when the boat hits the beach. At this loading station, an LCVP is taking on a palletized cargo. The boat carries a yellow flag to indicate this. These are pallets of ammunition, and we'll see how they're handled later on. Once the boats are loaded, they proceed to the boat traffic control station. The boat traffic control officer's boat marks the traffic control station. His boat flies the zero flag. If buoys are used to mark the traffic control area, they too will display the zero flag. The traffic control station is located immediately seaward of the breaker line off the center of the beach and beyond the range of enemy small arms fire from ashore. The traffic control officer has the job of directing the flow of supplies from the transports to the beach. To know what cargoes to send and when to dispatch them, he is in constant visual and radio communication with the beachmaster ashore. Remember, it's the beachmaster's job to see that supplies are unloaded quickly and efficiently, and to keep the traffic control officer informed as to what supplies and cargoes to dispatch. When the boat comes alongside, the traffic control officer receives a copy of the cargo ticket. This tells him exactly what and how much cargo the boat is carrying. The remaining 2 copies of the ticket are retained to be delivered to the beachmaster. The traffic control officer dispatches the boat straight to the beach. A safe channel has been established by the hydrographic crew. The limits of a safe channel are buoyed and marked by pennants. Incoming boats keep the red pennants to starboard. At night, red lights mark the starboard side of the channel. Incoming boats keep the black pennants to port. At night, white lights mark the port side of the channel. Keep on the lookout for underwater obstructions. The hydrographic crew buoys and marks underwater obstructions with red and black vertical striped pennants by day. At night, they are marked by a blue light over a red one. So give these babies a wide berth. There are enough boats here now to keep the beachmaster and the working parties tied up for a while. So let's see what happens with the other boats that are on the way to the traffic control officer's station. When the unloading facilities are overtaxed, the beachmaster signals the traffic control officer to hold up boats until he's ready for them. When the traffic control officer receives this information, he stops sending boats to the beach and sets up a cargo rendezvous area. As boats come alongside, the traffic control officer dispatches them to cargo rendezvous areas to the right and to the left of the traffic control station. Cargo rendezvous area control officers embarked in landing boats establish the port and starboard cargo rendezvous areas. This is the traffic control officer's boat marking the traffic control station. Here is the starboard cargo rendezvous area control officer's boat. This boat marks the port cargo rendezvous area control officer's station. Boats dispatched by the traffic control officer to the starboard cargo rendezvous area join the circle moving clockwise. Boats dispatched to the port cargo rendezvous area join the circle moving counterclockwise. Frequently, a cargo will be assigned priority unloading. These priority cargoes, however indicated, are dispatched directly to the beach. When word comes from the beachmaster for more supplies, the traffic control officer signals the cargo rendezvous area control officer to dispatch the type of cargo required on the beach. The LCVP which is dispatched flies the yellow flag, indicating that it carries a pelletized load. Boats sheering out from starboard circle head for their proper unloading point marker to the right of the center of the beach. Those from the port circle head for their proper marker to the left of the center of the beach. Boats dispatched may or may not be required to contact the traffic control officer. Boats should enter the surf only when they are directly opposite their unloading point marker or at a point designated by the beachmaster. This boat carries pallet loads of gasoline, so it goes to a point opposite the fuel unloading point marker. When this signal is received, lie off. Do not land. The same motion is made with a light at night in lieu of a flag. When this signal is received, it means land here. At night, the signal is given with a light. Since we have a palletized cargo, we'll need a cat to haul out the pallets. Don't drop the ramp until the cat is ready to haul out the cargo. Keep your engine running at a speed sufficient to keep the boat well grounded, and don't leave your boat. As soon as you've unloaded your cargo, hoist your ramp and dog it securely. Retract and get back for some more supplies unless you receive orders to the contrary. You sailors who man the landing boats have the all-important job of keeping a stream of supplies flowing from the ships to the men who are fighting on that ever-shortening road to Tokyo.